I'm going to use the GeoContext Center for Geographic Analysis website to show the topographic profile of different areas of the Pacific Northwest, further emphasizing things I've already discussed, but also kind of segueing into what I'm getting ready to talk about. We'll talk about volcanic activity, subduction, plate tectonics of this particular region, because this is the one area of North America, not counting Hawaii, in which we actually see active volcanoes. So it makes it kind of distinguished and makes it unique compared to the rest of the country. So let's talk about it. So here we have the topographic profile. I'm going to just go ahead and put one dot over here, and then have another one going, try to go right through Vancouver, or very close to Vancouver. Let me do that one again. I'm going to go from here and go right through Vancouver. Boom. All right, so what we have here is we have a deep area of the Pacific, and then all of a sudden we've got a very steep, and then the continental shelf. And so this is a good indicator of plate tectonics in which one plate is going underneath another plate. And we can see that line here is that plate convergence. And so here's where we're going to find subduction. I'm going to talk about that later on. But then as we go through, we can see as we follow along this line, we can see it. Also, a paw print should follow along the same location on the actual map. We can see Vancouver Island, and then we can see obviously lowland area. And this is going to be the little bit of the only area of Vancouver Island which people are going to live, is where it's a little bit above water, but not too steep. And then we have lowland area, and this is obviously a waterway. And then we have flat area, once again, where we're going to see dense population. And then we have on the other side, the coastal mountains of Canada. And so that's one way to showcase, once again, a characteristic I'm going to show when we look at Seattle and Portland of mountains, or sorry, coastline, mountains, urban area, dense settlement, lowland area, mountains. So we're going to see this particular pattern throughout all of these. So let's go ahead and we'll zoom in and we'll go down to Seattle. So we'll go ahead, now we won't do the subduction thing. So we'll go right through Seattle. Alright, so here we can see actual one area of the Pacific Northwest in which those coastal mountains, those mountains that run along the coast of Washington and Oregon, in which they're actually bigger than the Cascade Mountains. And that's just because we have the Olympic Mountains here. This Olympic National Park, this area with dense rainforest, actually fascinating area in which it's a rainforest, even though it's way up here, not obviously in a tropical area. Then we have the very rugged but low-lying area that is Seattle and all the various neighborhoods and settlements. It's very, 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 very good biking city, but it's also very separate. So you have these little areas in which people can live, but the low-lying area, that's the Puget Sound area. Then we have the Cascades. If I zoom in real quick to a particular area of Seattle, just south of Seattle, this is something you can very clearly see, pretty much even when it's crappy outside, you can still pretty much see this particular landform feature, and that's Mount Rainier. So it has a distinctive shape. Anytime you see this shape, very much like a cone, conical shape, as a dead giveaway here, we have a volcano. A volcano created this sucker. Could be active, could be dormant, but a volcano created this sucker. Knowing what I know about Mount Rainier, as I'll talk about a little bit later on, it's active, which could be a problem. It's definitely, you could say Seattle, of all the places in North America, it's the one in which, hey, you know, volcanic hazards, you better be on alert here, because it is a key concern here. Further zoom out, let's go down to Portland. Kind of go from, once again, from coastline to crossed. And so here we can see, once again, the distinguishing feature. Coastal mountains, low-lying area, in this case that a big valley, a big trough. Portland's also located in there. And then we have the Cascade Mountains.